Hello and good evening, my beauties. And how are you doing tonight? Welcome to another exhilarating live stream with me as your host, Marcel Vos. Feeling sexy? Well, that's nice. For any particular reason? Thank you for the 9 months, Major Geeks. This is terrifying. Is it? Is it terrifying? Oh, that's not good for the voice. Because you and your voice. Ooh. Nice. You like it. I should try doing an entire stream like that, but that will absolutely kill my voice, so let's not do that. A drink is probably good already. I can't lose my very soothing voice, otherwise I can't do my videos anymore. If you do that, you won't be streaming for 2 or 3 weeks, I promise. If I do that, I won't be keeping that up for half an hour. My voice will be absolutely shot. that would probably, my throat would start bleeding. Unless I start like properly training for it like a metal singer. Then it's a bit different, but I can't do that. Thank you for the 20 months, Ukraine. That will permanently ruin your voice, like me. Does that mean that you are ruined, or that your voice is ruined? Now feeling less sexy and more so generous. Well, thank you, Voodoo. What's this park? I quite like this park. This is not a standard park, this is an open RCT2 park. So are all of these. I like these intro shots. There's a few I don't particularly like, and that is the moving ones. Where they follow the train. Ooh, nice mushroom, I must say. Loop, with a thread going through it, and then going through another loop. Oh, that's nice. These are absolutely wonderful. First time I've had a censored word in the chat. Wait, what's your word? Censored? I didn't see it. I made Wiener Schnitzel and extremely crispy yet creamy oven-baked steak fries. Nice. Hope you like them as well. Hope they turned out good. Thank you for the 6 months, Alan Lambo 20. I'm a sucker for any of these shots that shows off dueling coasters. Yeah, that's nice. How can I play these parks? I don't know actually. I believe you need to download them somewhere. But I'm not exactly sure. Let's wait for a little while so that you can see the moving shots I was talking about. This seems to be done on Botany Breakers. So this is a normal scenario, but a custom park. Thank you for the 6 months, Ryan Red Fox. Okay, let's see. Now we got this park, which is beautiful. I really like this turn. It's not really a turn around, but it's more like just an element. And it's mine trains on a mine train coaster trains on a looping coaster. Of course. I read somewhere that those parks in title screens are real and not from a video file. I believe nowadays it is a video file, but the parks are definitely real, and back in the day they were real and you could just open them and play them. Okay, so this is on Leafy Lake, and this is just wood chip. And that is Manic Miner, I think, with Demon Drop. Oh yeah, these I like a bit less. I don't really like the Thunder Rock ones as much, which is probably because of the large flat area outside the park that's also showing. Which I don't think, especially this shot, I don't think it works really well. I mean, the park is nice, but the shot itself is just not as good. I think the next one follows the train. Oh, it doesn't. This is a nice shot though. They are real parks for sure, but they are likely only included encrypted or something. Yeah, something like that. Okay, this is the one where it follows the train, and I don't particularly like that for the intro screen. But, you know, the park is still nice. Okay, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do factory capers. Because why not? I haven't done it yet on stream. Okay, technically I've done every scenario on stream in the very same stream. You know what, let's keep this all around. I was gonna delete it out of habit, but let's not. Is it the one with the penis lake? Yes it is, we all like the penis lake. So, there it is. If we also see through paths, there it is, a very penis lake. Okay, hang on, let's change to OpenGL. There we go. And maximize. Okay, now we can zoom in on the penis lake. Oh my god, do I love the penis lake. And 5, yeah, okay, we got that back. Thank you for the 250 bits, Major Geeks. If you have time, you can convert your parks into your custom intro sequence. Yeah, but why would I really do that? It's not like I show it often on videos and stuff. So, the reason of including the less interesting parks is because they wanted to have the intro screen, not to have the intro screen full of crazy, unattainable parks, but also something you might actually build during scenario play. Okay, so it's not that I'm against less good parks, because I really liked the shot of the Leafy Lake with the Manic Miner and Wood Chip and what was the other one? Demon Drop pre-built. I thought that one was great. And that's like an example of a very attainable thing. But I wasn't a fan of the Thunder Rock ones because they had such a large bit of empty terrain. I just thought they didn't really, you know, it's the largest empty thing, but there's nothing going on. Not even just some trees. Thank you for the 1234 bits drinking coffee. And for the 2 to the power 7 bits, Donzia. There we got a nice hype train going on. Let's see if we can improve it. Okay, so we're charging for the entry here. Now, they won't pay 20 yet, but let's just put it at 20. If I did speedruns, I could have beaten this like 3 times already. Let's start with a custom coaster. A wild mouse coaster. The merry-go-round music is one of the few pieces in 6th, 8th in time in RCT. Interesting. I didn't know that. Can you keep in line with the theme of this scenario wherever possible? Maybe. I'm not going to delete the scenery at least. Okay, let's change this to maximum funding. What kind of... Okay, we have plenty of scenery in case I want to add some. Let's just keep it at this. And... No, that's way too high. We don't need that. And then we can do that. And the little hill. You forgot one thing. The info kiosk charges you 20 bucks for an umbrella. I don't need it yet. And then how about we do a little drop down here. Ask a geography question. Ooh, interesting. This song is not in RCT1. Oh, did extra songs get added in RCT2? I didn't know that. Whoa, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Major Geeks. I very much appreciate that. What's the widest river on the planet? The St. Lawrence River, right? With 120 kilometers at its widest. Although, that very much depends on your definition of where the river becomes the ocean. Because, why does it become the ocean there and not further inland? We're doing the one scenario in the entire Open RCT2 game that has the Schween Lake. Yep. Oh, thank you for another gifted sub, Max. And thank you for the 2 months. Eniolel. Eniolai? No, Lel. Huh, interesting name. Yeah, we're not quite at level 4. But I do appreciate it all. I like this element. I'm not the first one to come up with it, of course, but I did come up with it myself. I think it's a neat thing with the turns. Though I say I came up with it myself. I think I did, but I might have just seen it somewhere and took inspiration from it. Who knows? I don't remember everything I've seen. This game is 20 years old. I think just about everything has been done. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, you know what? I think this is a nice coaster. Now, we don't need to worry at all about throughput and the like. But I still like to keep it a bit on the high side. And then we'll just put a queue line. Just like that. And then I'm going to build a motion sim which I think fits quite well with the factory theme. We'll put that there. And then I think, once they're all tested, we should be able to charge the full 20 and guests should be coming to the park. That was the idea of this. Let's go to level 4. Thank you, Major Geeks. So, interestingly, I had a look at my income from Twitch. And over the past, like, since roughly November, I've made between 300 and 550 euros from Twitch every month. Which is, of course, nothing groundbreaking, but for just 6 hours a week, it's quite a good income and quite a bit of supplemental money. So I thank you all for the support. My best month was April, I believe. Or June. It was 1 month before, I believe, my best YouTube month ever. So it must have been April. With like 526. So yeah, I'm very, not only just because it's fun, but also for monetary reasons, I'm very happy I picked up streaming. And of course there's a whole lot of other advantages, like it's very hard to quantify how much streaming has contributed to my YouTube income by inspiring me and all that stuff. That's not very hard to quantify, it's impossible to quantify. It would be crazy if we get to level 5. Level 5 high trains are not unheard of here, but a bit rare. Thank you for the gifted sub, Donzia. $2,000 extra bits should be enough. Well, I don't want to pressure people into giving money, because that's not very nice. So, you know, if you want to contribute and get us to level 5, I would like that. But don't feel pressured to give if you don't have. Ultimately, I do this streaming mostly as just an extra fun thing. The money I make with it is nice. And I appreciate it very much, but don't feel like you need to give. Thank you for the 2 to the power 8 bits, Glazowski. I wanted a reverser turntable. And then an on-the-right photo system in not the worst spot possible, but not a great spot. But hey, that's what I do. And then we'll go there. Another ass band. Can you build photo sections underground nowadays? Yes, I think you can. That's been a thing for a while in OpenRCT too. And then we'll go up. And then up one more, and then we'll take a turn, and then we'll go down. A nice long log flume, isn't it? Well, it's not that long. It's a bit longer than average. Okay, before we start doing all that much, let's build a connecting path right here. Like that. Also, by the way, about the speedruns. I've been practicing for the Rollercoaster Tycoon speedrun. And I'm gonna do that on a speedrunning stream someday. And both me and Hey There I'm Dad have our eye on a sub 30 for the base game of Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. Now, I was already incredibly happy with a sub 1 hour. But yeah, I think sub 30 is definitely possible. I mean, if I play perfectly with all my best splits, I get like a 28-minute time, so it's definitely possible. What happens if the ride ends going outside the park boundary? What do you mean? You can't build outside the park boundary. I mean, you can here, because you have construction rights, like... I can do that. Because construction rights, but that's still, you know, not... That's still park boundary. Well, thank you for the level 4 hype train. Or, it was level 5? It says level 5. Well, whatever, thank you. If you use cheats to do it, the guest will step out and get stuck on that one. Oh, you made a park exit. Wait, the right exit. I can show you what happens if you point that outside the park, because that is quite funny actually. So if I put that there and that there, does the right car blow up? No, not really. It'll just keep going. Like if I put on sandbox mode and I build a rise like halfway, it works perfectly well. Like there's nothing wrong with it. The park boundary is just merely a suggestion of where you can build and cannot build. Nothing else is like, it doesn't influence anything. Oh, I didn't make exit and entry paths. Well, I'm known for forgetting exit paths, but also forgetting the queue line? That's new for me. Well, not entirely new, but that's rare. And then we can go up like that. And like that. And that fits perfectly. Now, some guests will get stuck outside of the park here. If the ride starts in the park and ends outside the park, the guests will get out and get just stuck on that one tile. Yeah, that's what I'm going to show here. Because that's basically what happens here. I don't think I discovered this. But I used it to beat Forest Frontiers with 4 tiles a few years ago. But I think I wasn't the one to discover it. There they go. Very happy. Well, the other guy's not so happy. And then they just... Well, they're stuck there. And their happiness will decrease much slower than the happiness of guests that are inside the park and stuck. Sacrifice Dylan S into the Schlong Lake. He would like that. He's perverted like that. Oh, hang on. Can I pick guests up from outside the park? Yes, I can. I'm gonna have to wait until Dylan is done with magic carpeting. Then I can drown him in the dong. I'll give him a good old dong drowning. Wait, he's still on magic carpet 1. Oh, he was waiting in the entrance building, likely. There we go. You will be saved and killed. You throw them right out of the park. Yeah, kinda. I mean, show's over, because I don't want this to ruin the park rating. So let's just... There we go. They'll eventually find their way back. Well, except maybe this guy, but he's not so smart. Neither is this guy. And this girl is just... I mean, she's just not able to look where she's going because she's so sick. That's not her fault. Come on, get away from my path. There we go. Incidentally, can peeps only vomit on paths or onto playing ground too? Only on paths. I saw a few peeps vomiting here, but nothing appeared, because vomit can only appear on paths. Drink some water. Alright. Put a tiny steel wild mouse in one of the buildings. Okay. Well, we already have a wild mouse, but I can build another one. First though, actually, let me build some stalls. And there's the 20 bucks. One of those. No, we already have one of those. One of those. A toilet. And they can only go if they need to go really bad. So we're doing 60 bucks. 60 bucks, 60 cents. Imagine a toilet for 60 bucks. I mean, the outside of the toilet would just become the new toilet. What's also fun is placing a stall before the park entry. If any guests that aren't in the park with the tweezers disabled... Hang on, what? If any of those interacted with it, they're now in the park. They've messed up in all sorts of fun ways. Wait, you mean like... this? I can see what happens. That could be interesting. Outside the park. Oh, so you need cheats for that. Let's not do that right now. Let's just build the tiny wild mouse coaster. Well, it doesn't have to be that tiny. I mean, there are some sizable buildings here. Like this building. Yeah, let's build it inside this one. I have some actual space here. Although, it's not that large. Maybe building it inside this one is more interesting. Let's see. If I... oh, that already makes the walls disappear. I literally have no space. So that means I would have to do it in the other one. Micro 4x4 challenge. There is a 4x4 micro coaster, but I have it not enabled right now. Because I'm still in speedrunning mode, so I have all my custom designs are in a different folder that's not connected to the game right now. You're allowed to fix walls. Yeah, but then the walls will be ugly. And then this way. Does this even work? No, I can't place a wall there. These buildings are slightly too small. You know what? I'm just going to build it mostly inside, but also partly outside. I think that's also quite interesting. Hey Cringe, how you doing? Can you make a helicopter right on top of the chimneys? Maybe. I don't know if I have it available. Can we go up here? Probably. Tidiest park in the country. Ha, take that, Mom. You said I never cleaned my room. Well, look at this. This is proof that I'm the cleanest person on earth. Sort of, maybe. We don't have a drop tall enough yet to prevent a stat penalty, but that's fine. Think this gets rid of a wall. Okay, let's see what this does. Right. Okay, I can't. I need to alter this. Otherwise, I can't place the entrance. There we go. And like that. And I think we have a working wild mouse here. Gonna have to replace this. Like that. And like that. And I can probably... there we go. Make that a bit better. So apart from that one turn, everything else is inside. I think I did an okay job. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Sounds good. I had a hard day. I helped my cousin move highs while going to the second floor and then having big cabinets that nearly did not fit in the stairs, so it was an experience. Oh yeah, I have experience with that as well. Like helping my brother move house and carrying like heavy washing machines and stuff down the stairs. Tiny stairs as well, so that was an experience. I also remember carrying a TV through the middle of Groningen with my brother when other brother when he moved. He moved only like maybe a kilometer away. And instead of just moving it with a car or anything, we just carried the TV from his old place to his new place. Do we have the mini helicopters? We do. But I can't place them up that high because support limits. Like, they only go up this high. So that's not gonna be a thing. Tiny stairs with tiny turns. I don't know what you're talking about. Please disable support limits. Nope. I'm gonna keep this one. As far as I've done as of now, cheats free. Let's say, let's build a merry-go-round on this side of the park. The far side, the dark side. There we go. I once applied for a job at Coolblue. I don't know how international Coolblue is, but in the Netherlands it's a very big tech shop. And I once applied to work there as a delivery, not necessarily a driver, but delivery guy. But I failed the test as I wasn't strong enough to carry their heaviest washing machine, which was 130 kilograms, comfortably up and down the stairs again. Lots of people failed there, including me. Yeah, it's probably the best I didn't get the job. That was before YouTube was a thing, for my YouTube channel was a thing. The yellow merry-go-round, call it the dark side. Alrighty. The dark side. I'll recolor it as well. They need you to lift 130 kilograms up the stairs for that job. Well, you see, the thing is, sometimes, like their heaviest product was a 130 kilogram washing machine. And if you're delivering, then you need to be able to carry that up at least 2 flights of stairs. They won't do more. Like if it's up 3 floors, you can refuse unless there's an elevator. But buildings with 2 floors don't need to have an elevator. And if you can't, like, obviously most of the time you're not delivering their heaviest stuff, but if you are... Also, I didn't have to do that alone, by the way. It was with 2 people. Obviously, you're not carrying a 130 kilogram washing machine up the stairs alone. If anything, that shape would just all make it difficult, because it's just quite a big thing. But yeah, I think I would have been fine. But the stairs there were in like, they had like 2 halves. And about halfway down, like halfway, there was a little platform. And then, you know, turned 180 degrees. And I just said, I'm not gonna be able, like, I might be able to complete this. But the risk that I drop it is too big. And obviously they were standing next to you and ready to jump in at any moment it was necessary. And so I said, like, you know, just take over, because the chance that I will drop this is too large. And at that point it's basically, well, you're out. But I did make it through the first round, which was sort of like an obstacle course, where you had to navigate, once again, with a heavy thing, I think with the same washing machine, navigate through a maze, which was to simulate a home. You had to carry it like over a glass table and through some tight corners and stuff, because that's what you have to do on the job. So that was quite fun, actually. You didn't get to use those shoulder straps. Nope. Maybe it was good that I didn't get the job. I just went back to my old job I had quit earlier there. Working at a distribution center in Jumbo. Which was a bit further away. I think the pay was slightly less, but the job was a lot easier. And not a great job by any means, but it was a good job for the time. In the gap year. And, you know, I had some time to figure out what I wanted to do while I worked there. And, you know, made some temporary friends there, work friends. And had generally a good time. It was a very easy job. Are we going to get the rainbow? Yes. Do you think building the same ride multiple times next to each other would be smart in real life? I'm pretty sure it has been done. Maybe not like next to each other, but like parks having multiple of the same ride is definitely a common thing. Same simple flat ride. Fantasia Land used to have 4 identical motion simulators right next to each other. Oh, there you go. It already happens. Hang on, did I do the colors right in this one? No, I didn't. There we go, now it's much better. The Arbo vet says you may only carry 23 kilos per person. Oh yeah, my stepdad would be all over that. Because he literally studied safety. And at his job, it's... his current job is enforcing the Arbo the Arbo law, vet is law, within the company he works in, making sure that it's all safe and stuff. And it wouldn't be the first time that, and at the time he probably said it as well. It would not have been the first time he would say something about the job I was doing, like, that's technically not allowed. Drown the guest with the lowest number. That would be guest 1. So, at the Jumbo distribution center I worked at, we often had to reach up quite high. Because, for example, the boxes with potato chips in them, the pallets would be stacked to like 2 meters tall, something like that. And... you know, you just had to get them from there. It's not difficult, they're not heavy. But apparently, it's against the Arbo law that you have to reach higher than your shoulder height. So technically, it was illegal what I had to do there. Now, I didn't mind, although I did get a shoulder injury. I don't know if it was from there, but for like a few months, maybe like 4 or 5 months, at some point in 2018, I think. Or was it the previous time I worked there? Maybe it was 2016. No, I was living on my own already, so it was 2018. I got like a shoulder injury, and it wasn't the worst. But I couldn't lift my right shoulder above like a 90-degree angle, my right arm. Anything above a 90-degree angle would give me quite bad pain. And I could live my life just, you know, fine without doing that, you know. I could even do the job, because you didn't have to reach up that often that high. And I could still reach up to like 1.80 meters or something. Without needing to raise up my arm that high. And I could still use my left arm, of course, but it was a bit annoying. Sometimes I'd forget about it and just instinctively use my right arm for it. For something. And be in a lot of pain. Did you get that checked out? No, at some time the pain just went away. Like, I would feel absolutely nothing unless I raised my arm too much. And then I just, yeah, didn't think about it. You know, slowly the pain lessened. And I didn't think about it anymore. And it was fine after a while. How tall are you? I'm 1.81 meters. Or 5'11" in freedom units. think I did tell about it like to my family and stuff, but I didn't bother telling about it at work. So I worked for like 5 months with a shoulder injury at a working place where you have to reach to at least like shoulder height quite often. So maybe it wasn't the most responsible thing, but I could do my job and nothing went wrong. If you're 181, how can you reach up to 180 without raising your arm above 90 degrees? So try to raise your your shoulder 90 degrees, and then just rotate it so that your elbow, the bottom half of your arm, your forearms are pointing up. That way your shoulder is only at a 90 degree angle, but your forearm is still going up. Hey, I heard that. Nice. Aww. But yeah, it was a very easy job to do. It was just, you know, putting some containers on your cart, driving around the warehouse, picking up whatever the voice commands told you to pick up and stacking it on your containers. It was sometimes, you know, a bit of hard work, especially if the beer stacking machine was broken down and you had to stack lots of beer yourself. So, you know, you'd break a bit of a sweat, but especially if it was very warm. Didn't have the greatest air conditioning. But the job in general was easy. I just slacked off a lot. You know, having chats with co-workers and stuff. I say I slacked off a lot. I still got to an average of about 100%. So, you've probably heard of like Amazon workers being hounded by needing to hit certain averages of like packages per minute. We had a similar thing. It wasn't necessarily packages per minute or like items per minute, but for every order that you got, which could be anywhere between 1 and about 200 items, you would get a certain allotted time. And if you got exactly that time, it would be 100%. You know, if you did it in half the time, it would be 200%, which is very rare. And, you know, if you had to go to lots of different locations, the time would be higher than if you got to only a few locations. So I worked with that, and it wasn't hard at all to reach 100%. So I could very easily get an average of 100%, even though I was still slacking off quite a bit, because it wasn't hard work. So therefore it was a very easy job. So yeah, the beer stacking machine. So yeah, we had lots of different brands of beer, and you could put 24 stacks, 4x4 and 6 high, on one container. Not 24 stacks, 24 crates of beer, which have 24 bottles each. So, and the most of the brands you would have to stack yourself. But our 4 most popular brands, which were Grolsch, Heineken, Amstel and Hertog Jan, would be pre-stacked by a certain beer stacking machine. So, for example, if you would need to get 4 containers with need to use this bench. 4 containers with 96 crates of Hertog Jan, you wouldn't have to stack them yourself. You could just go to the beer storage and just grab 4 containers, and that's it, you're done. But if the beer stacking machine was broken down, which it sometimes wasn't the most robust thing, then you would have to stack them yourself. A few times I even got appointed beer stacking duty, and all I had to do for a while was just stack beer, while so that others could just get them, which wasn't the nicest thing in the world. You know, it was a bit of a tough job. But that was usually only for a short time anyway. But believe it or not, there were actually people there who got fired for slacking off too much. And not just, you know, that they were caught by one of the managers, you know, doing nothing. Because I've been caught by the managers doing nothing plenty of times. And all they said was just, you know, hey, you know, you should go back to work. Not even in angry tone, just, you know, just friendly tone, hey, go back to work. You know, which is their job. It's fine. But from the employer, you would every week, or every month, but I think every week, you would get your percentages. And for some days I had like 70%, because I, you know, had some tough, maybe some bad luck with like products not being available, needing to wait for a forklift truck to get them or whatever. Other days I would have 170% or 130%, or just 100%, 90, 110, whatever. But apparently there have been people who just got 50% average. I'm like, how do you manage to work so slowly? If I can basically slack off and still easily get an average of 95 or 100%, how can you do so bad that you only get 50%? Like, I would just, like, work hard for, like, 2 hours, and I would easily, like, make up for 15 minutes of doing nothing combined with 2 hours of working at a reasonable pace. Just, you know, have one order, work hard for a little bit, for an hour, 2 hours, and you'll have done your order in a fast time, and, you know, you're good for the day, basically. It was easy. Also, we had a lot of Polish people work there, interestingly. I mean, Polish people working in the Netherlands is not a new thing. And the Polish people seemed to be in two camps. Either they did, like, very little and got terrible percentages, and one of them got fired for it. Or they were, like, the hardest workers you would ever see, and they would get insanely high percentages. It felt like there was no middle of the road for them. At a few times I got appointed to fresh, which was fresh goods, so the hole was only 7 degrees, something like that. And usually I worked at the non-fresh goods, which is stuff like beer, chips, I don't know, pasta, spaghetti, you know, all that rice, whatever, all that kind of stuff. But every now and then, when they had a shortage of workers on fresh, some people from non-fresh would be sent there. And so would I every now and then. And the Polish workers there would always work incredibly hard. Like, I would just be stacking, like, crates with, I don't know, broccolis in them, or cauliflowers or whatever. And I would be working at a reasonable pace, and then some Polish guy would step in, reach past me, grab like 5 crates at a time, yank them on his container, grab 5 more, and drive off. Or something like that. It was mental. But also cool to see. You know, there is a very big immigrant crisis and whatever. But in this time I have nothing positive to say about the workers there. I mean, there were a few who slacked off, but there were also a few Dutch people who slacked off. Most of them worked really hard. I should learn Polish. There are a lot of Polish, like, where do you live? You're American, right, Gary? Unless you, like, have a lot of Polish people close, there's not really a reason to learn Polish. Probably better off learning a different language. Okay, we don't need shops and stalls. What does kurwa even mean? Ah, thank you for 22 months, Duvel. Yeah, the 2-year subscribing anniversary is coming up fast. That's not just your 2-year subscribing anniversary, though. That's my 2-year Twitch streaming anniversary. Because I have been doing this for less than 2 years still. Hey, by now a roller coaster over the chimney stack so they inhale all the fresh smoke. I would kind of... Maybe like a different type of roller coaster, which we don't have yet. Maybe like a twister coaster. Spiral coaster I feel like isn't really all that fit for that. And I already have a looping coaster and a wooden coaster isn't fit for it either. So let's just put it on coasters only. Well, we are researching a coaster. You can find curvas at the Wallen. Oh. It's a whore. Well, nothing against the profession. Once, I accidentally walked through the red light district of Groningen. With all the ladies in their underwear at the windows. So, it's funny, because it's extremely predictable that a lot of you would say accidentally within quotes. Like, I was just waiting for that. But yes, it was an accident, because I didn't even know it was there. I wasn't living in Groningen for all that long yet. Although, I haven't been there yet. I haven't been there since then, so I wouldn't know exactly which street it is now. Also, I was playing Pokemon Go. It was 2016 or 2017. Probably summer 2016. I was playing Pokemon Go, and I was on a street, somewhere in the center. And on the next street over, there was a Pokemon I wanted to catch. And I was like, hey, I can get there if I just take this street. So, let's take this street, because why not? I didn't know it was the red light district of Groningen. Then I walked into it, and it was very awkward, because there were all the ladies scantily clad in the windows. And I had no intention of employing any of them. I just wanted to catch Pokemon. So I just put my head down and walked through it as quickly as I could. The price of your next coaster tile is going to be 55. That's an interesting way to pick a number. What Pokemon was it? Oh, I don't remember. I don't think it was a very important one, just some Pokemon I wanted to catch. Technically, it's not even a red light district. Like, I call it a red light district because Amsterdam's version is it has red lights. The one in Groningen doesn't have red lights. I think. Maybe it does at night. I don't know. I was there during the day. They can't find the toilets in my park. Well, I have two. There and there. So quit bothering me about it. And let's go that way. The lights are as red as your face. I mean, my face was probably quite red. It was also like, I think 11 AM or something. Like somewhere not too early. Because I wouldn't be about too early, but a bit on the early side. Giant Brazilian dancing women behind the windows. Basically. But yeah, that was my closest interaction with prostitutes ever. And I think this is about the least PG stream I've done in a long time and maybe ever. Name the park. Go ahead. Felonious pedigrees. Ask a geography question. Alright. Other than that one time I simply hired one. I'm not against people who do that, but I personally haven't done that or have any desire to. And I think it's a respectable job. You know, it pays your bills. And you're happy doing it. Then why not? Oh, I need to drink the water. Thank you. Ah, that's nice. Okay, this is a spiral roller coaster. Let's color it. No. Yeah, this is sort of industrial-like. I still need to recolor the looping coaster as well. It's a bit ugly. Can we hire a scarlet woman to play Pokemon Go with us? I mean, if you walk up to the window and say, I'll pay you this to play Pokemon Go with me for an hour, and it's just their normal hourly rate, like, I don't think they would say no. Playing Pokemon Go for an hour is, like, extremely easy. Probably a bit of fun as well. And if you're just playing, paying their normal hourly rate, then why would they say no? How do I redeem this? You already did. You just need to type whatever park name you want me to name the park. Which country has a two-syllable name? Which country with a two-syllable name has the most letters in its name? Oh my god, I'm terrible at those kinds of questions. So, the first country that comes to my head, for some reason, is Vietnam. Has 7 letters. I mean, Finland also has 7. Can I come up with one with 8? Make it red. I already made... Oh no, wait, I didn't. Hang on, I colored these almost exactly the same. Well, let's make this one red then. Or the spiral coaster. Let's do the spiral coaster, which I was building during the talk about it. Oh, the red light district is your submission. Oh, sorry, I missed that. So let's see. Can I do a park name, a country name, 2 syllables with 8 letters? I don't... Can I? Can I? I don't know if I can. No. I mean, I could just, go through all the countries in the world and see which one has the most for 2 syllables. That's a bit of a cop-out. No, I don't think... Thailand. That has 8. Is that the most? I don't know. It hasn't subtracted from your account. It should be. Imagine a super handsome and charming young man going to the prosecute a prostitute to hire one, and then do the Pokemon Go hour walk. Repeat weekly for several months until at some point the lady asks, "Can you please just do it already?" That would be, I mean, it would be a roundabout way of getting some action. The answer is Seychelles. Oh, that's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Huh. That's quite a lot. Whoops. I never thought of that. Why is it rotated that way? There we go. So, white. I never do white. Do you think those prostitutes like Roller Coaster Tycoon? Why are we still talking about prostitutes? I mean, most of them are female, and a very small part of my audience is female. So the chance isn't very large, but out of all of them in the Netherlands, yeah, at least one. Definitely. Like, the chance that none of them like it is basically 0. Alright, that's some extra stalls. They should be able to find the toilets now. This isn't the best path layout. And not the easiest to work with either. Okay, we can do a corkscrew on top of these buildings. Do a co-op with one. I think that's a little bit expensive. But if I wanted to, I could just get your mom. Put ad in the newspaper looking for one Dutch prostitute that likes RCT. Sorry. I couldn't resist. Get this guy a muzzle. Name the spiral coaster Dong Lake Scenic Route. Alright. Dong Lake Scenic Route. I think we all need a little grass to touch. Maybe we do. Fire all the staff. We haven't seen that yet today. Yeah, rip staff. All losing their jobs. With only one profession to turn to. Someone clipped it. I should just upload that to my second channel without any... without any context. Honestly, a lot of my stuff, like my clips without any context, are a bit weird. That would be perfect. Just Marcel Vos on prostitutes. I think I would like to keep them a little bit more PG than that. Do you think if you fire a handyman he can be rehired as a mechanic? If he studies for that, sure. Okay, I don't know how tall this is, but if I do a corkscrew the other way... Okay, now that I'm only a little bit too low though. So if I do that and then that, there we go. Now they can breathe the deadly exhaust fumes. You should make a TikTok account. I will never ever make a TikTok account. Not because I hate TikTok necessarily, but mostly because it's extra work that I don't think will bring me all that much benefit. Even if it's just clips I re-upload, it's still an account I have to manage. And I have to upload stuff to. And Roller Coaster Tycoon doesn't work that well for a vertical format anyway. It's a very horizontal game. So yeah, I don't think that would work very well anyway. Like when I made my one short, I had a lot of trouble like just getting it all to fit nicely in a vertical frame. Right over the stacks. I think that's a bit too tall for the corkscrew coasters. This is the closest we're gonna get. Thank you for the follow. Monitor off. Go this way. We'll do a corkscrew a little bit later. And then that way. YouTube shorts are stupid. I don't agree. I started watching shorts and there are a lot of interesting ones. For example, in my feed there have been a lot of like magic ones that pop up. You know, where they do a quick magic trick. Which I quite like. I like a magic trick. Hey, we've already passed the guest goal. To be honest, it's not a very difficult goal. I find myself watching a dozen in a row. Yeah, same. I've been starting to watch them before bed. Oh, we don't have the cash. Okay, you know what I do for that? Fast forward. And then we're gonna advertise half price entry, free food, not free entry because we don't make any money with that. And can I add hire staff back? Almost. Also, let's make this 40. How much are they spawning with? 68, 58, 78. That's an odd number. You never see that. Okay, so 48 is the lowest amount. Let's charge 48. That's interesting. Aw, look at the poor guy struggling. I have noticed a decrease in tolerance for long-form content and short-form content has become more prominent in the media sharing market. That's interesting, because I have noticed an increase in tolerance for long-form content. Like on YouTube, I regularly see like 2 or 3 hour videos doing well. And I also often watch quite long videos. So, yeah, I personally see both. Like, shorts are doing well, but so is long-form content. It's just like, because of books are still doing well, even though Twitter is a thing. You know? Yeah, long-form video essays are in. There's a video with 2.5 million views that ranks every single SpongeBob episode. And it's 7 hours long. Like, dude. That's madness. I mean, it guaranteed has terrible retention. But still. That's madness. And an exit line. Let's not forget it this time. And there we go. Why go to the effort of a 7-hour anti-SpongeBob video? It wasn't anti, it was just ranking the episodes. And presumably there was quite a bit of hate for the newer episodes, because I know that they're generally disliked. But it's not necessarily an anti-SpongeBob video. I hope this one has good stats. It does have 7 inversions, which is quite a lot. Ah, thank you for the 20 months, Mike. Make a swan boat with red light district coloration. I don't know if we have swans. We definitely have boats, though. Hang on. See-through scenery. Okay, that's enough. Do we have... Oh, that's the corkscrew coaster. We don't have swans. I can do bumper boats and make them red. How about red light bumping? And we can do that. And that. And then make that go that way. And you know what? I can just connect it. There. Nice. On the Penis Lake. Love Tunnel. Bumping Uglies. Oh, I like that. That's a good name. I'm so proud of the community today. Yeah, today is international, or today is the National Prostitute Discussion Day on my channel. Or I suppose international, because we're not all from one country here. Okay. Let's do some more ads. I suppose one of the problems is that we are at the soft guest cap, basically. Let's see. 970. Damn, that's a terrible soft guest cap. So yeah, we definitely need to advertise. Can you put up some decoration to make it more like a red light district? I don't know, but I need staff. Ah. Definitely need staff. Oh, that's also why our soft guest cap is so low. A lot of rides are broken down. That would increase our soft guest cap by probably like 200 if they're fixed. Which country has the lowest bridge in the world? What do you mean by lowest bridge? Like lowest clearance over the water? Or lowest in terms of meters above or below sea level? Drown guest 420. Alright. There's a lot of ways to interpret lowest. Lowest relative to sea level. Well, then it's probably going to be either Israel or Jordan. Like very near the Dead Sea. Do guest caps depend on the ride working? Yes. It needs to be open. Let's see, have they been... They've mostly been fixed. Let's see again what it is. See, 1205. It was 970 before. Death Valley is not that much below sea level. I know China, Djibouti, they all have areas much lower than Death Valley. Okay, I can do very bright red lights. Namely these. That's definitely light. How do I... There we go. We're on fire here. Oh, I can't place anything there. Alright, good enough. Toasty hot. Just like the ladies. Oh yeah, why would there be bridges in Death Valley anyway? You still can't find the toilets? Well, that's on you. Okay, we're making some good money now. You can see the difference. 4,000, 4,000, 1,000, 7,000. And the month is only half over and we're already on 5k. The Allenby Bridge connects a country, Jordan, and the territory, Palestine. Okay, so yeah, it's between Jordan and Israel / Palestine. And probably quite close to the Dead Sea. What shall we build? I was going to say how about a Giga Coaster, but those are generally quite expensive. How about a Junior? Ah, thank you for the Prime sub, Bramble Blaster 90. let's see. We can build it right here. There are mountains, so I wouldn't totally warrant of a bridge existing. In Death Valley, you mean? Yeah. But like... that it would be exactly over the lowest part, that chance is not very large. The lowest part of Death Valley isn't that low anyway. Hang on. Am I able... No. At least not compared to stuff like Djibouti and... China... And of course the Dead Sea. I saw someone ask a truth or no a would you rather today. And it was a rather stupid one actually. It was, would you rather get $2 every time someone lies to you? Or $5 every time someone tells the truth? Now, it probably played off the notion that, you know, most people lie constantly about their lives and lie about random things. Not taking into account that most people tell the truth most of the time. Like if you ask someone about their day, they're gonna say like stuff, oh, you know, I had to go to the doctor today, but you know, and I saw this weird thing on the way there. Most of that's gonna be the truth. Yeah, normally the truth is very trivial, not just trivial, it's mundane. Like lots of times there's no reason to not tell the truth. So people would. And there's our junior coaster. Thank you for the follow, Jet7th. The creators thought they were deep. Yeah, basically. There's the subreddit Would You Rather, and most of the Would You Rathers there are quite stupid. Very often it's two terrible things, like would you rather kill your mom or your dad? I'm like, that's not a fun Would You Rather question. A Would You Rather question would be more either something between two positives or two negatives that aren't like that dark. Like, I don't know, would you rather lose your phone or, you know, lose all your keys? Something like that. That's a good would you rather question, I think. Would you rather be a trillion or be set on fire? Is that a trillion? I don't know, I haven't counted the zeros. Phone for sure, I never use the damn thing. Well, for me, if I use my phone, I also use all the cards in it, because they're in my phone case, so I don't need a wallet. So for me, losing my phone would also mean losing my debit card, my ID card, all that kind of stuff. Would you rather be covered in Vaseline or hot sauce? Definitely Vaseline. Because covered in hot sauce, that probably has some effect of it coming into your skin and being very hot. Vaseline would be uncomfortable, but you can just, you know, wash it off. If you lose your keys, you can at least call someone who has spare keys. Yeah, but I don't have a spare key set of everything. Like of my house keys, yes. Which I even had to do. Well, my stepbrother had them. But not of everything. So you would get new keys and all that stuff. Should you rather eat only pizza or go vegan? That's easy, go vegan. I would get, like, I would not like going vegan, especially because it's a lot of work, like figuring out all the stuff, especially if you go eating out. But that's definitely better than only ever eating pizza. Like, there would no one in the sensible mind would choose for only pizza. Go vegan and be a bad vegan. I presume that... I mean, yeah, that's, you know, all of those would you rathers are interesting as well. Like, go vegan. How much should you be forced to be vegan? Like, if someone made all your meals for you, then it would be very easy and even, like, an upgrade from nothing. But if you were somehow forced to not prepare your own meals with, like, milk and meat and whatever, how would that work? You could order a pizza with anything and only eat the toppings. That would get expensive fast. Very expensive. And that one. Oh yeah, then you get the what is a pizza question. Good one as well. You can see when I started advertising, the guest count is rising sharply. Would a flammkuchen be considered a pizza? Good question. It's definitely close to a pizza. And quite delicious. But it isn't a pizza. So, I don't know. It's just like, what is a sandwich? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Or is an open-faced sandwich a sandwich? Lots of difficult questions. You see, I do like these would you rather questions because they're interesting to talk about and they spawn interesting discussions. Today, all the big questions out there. Yeah, but they're interesting questions, right? How about we hire some entertainers? Why are they always complaining about the damn toilets? I need to go to the toilet. Well, okay, that 300 people aren't able to... Oh, it's not that they can't find the toilet. I made it expensive. I made it 60 cents. Okay, so... Let's watch that 360 number. And if I just make it 20, let's see it go down. Go down quickly. There we go. 260. 170. 150. 130. It's getting 1300 per hour. Hang on. If we go to the other toilets. Customers per hour. 3000 per hour. Wow. And the guests that need to go to the toilet is down to 100. It's staying at around 100. Although everyone always... Okay, there we go. Now it's going lower. Yeah, I did do a video about it. I wanted to see what would happen if I made it just 60 cents. But then I forgot I made it 60 cents. And I was like, what's causing this? It costs the price of a heart operation just to do a tinkle. I'm surprised all of the guests have just gone to the wall, you know, against the wall of the building. 4,000 per hour. They're making lots of money. Like 700 per hour from a toilet. We're 10,000 per hour from an info kiosk. How are we on 10,000 an hour? Has it just rained? No, that was like 2 months ago. How? That, like, does that still have an impact? Like, how is it calculating this 10,000 per hour? Because this is damn well not 10,000 per hour, because 1,100 customers per hour. We're making 50 cents profit per park map. I assume it's like taking the average, So 1100 customers, it's probably assuming like 500 both. No, not even. I think it's assuming that they all buy both. Almost. No, it will be the average, because the average is 10. Well, the average profit is 18.25. And 18.25 times 1188. Hang on, 1188 times 18.25. No, not 18.25, it's not. No, it's 9.25. My bad. It's the average. 10,989. Well, that's very close to the actual income quoted here. So yeah, it's probably doing something like that. Taking the average of the profits here. And that's obviously not what you get, because we're not selling any umbrellas. Huh. That's interesting, how wrong that is. Also, the guests that need to go to the toilet are down to 40. So that's pretty good. Doesn't really help the park rating, that was already perfect anyway, but still. It's pretty nice. Let's save it. Because why not? I think this park is pretty much done. Would this be a park I would like for the intro? Probably not. Although my Mel's World might be, because that's definitely achievable. This one is a little bit too ugly for the intro, I believe. Although this is a very classic RCT style. Not that I really necessarily want my parks in the intro or anything. Would be nice, but I don't really have a desire to. Yeah, 60 cents for a toilet, you never versus 20 bucks for a coaster. Also, unpopular opinion apparently, I don't mind paying for public toilets. Apparently, for Americans, it's insanely weird that we pay like 50 cents to go to the bathroom. Not always in public, but often, like train stations and stuff. But the toilets I see at train stations or gas stations or whatever are almost always either quite clean or very clean. And quite modern and stuff. So I don't mind paying for that. And then people say, like, but you shouldn't need to pay for a natural thing your body does. Like, you can't help it that you need to pee. And I'm like, yeah, but you can't help that you need to eat and drink either. But food isn't free. You can't help that you need a shelter, but ice ain't free. So, you know, I don't really get that argument. Let's build another freefall. Welcome in Germany. I'd like to take the P2P because they're most of the time clean. Yeah, I had Germany in mind. I think my latest experience in a public toilet was in Germany. When I was on holiday there a few months ago. And it was very clean. And also, we got a little ticket that we could hand in when we bought something at the counter, and you know, we got 50 cents off per ticket. It cost like 70 cents for the toilet, we got 50 cents off per ticket. But essentially only cost us 20 cents. Yeah, a voucher. Netherlands needs more public toilets in the big cities. Yes, definitely. We definitely need more public toilets. I wouldn't know where any public toilet is in Groningen. Now, I don't have any problems holding it. And it's never been a problem for me. But I can imagine that it has been problematic for other people. What if you need to take a piss really badly but can't because the door won't open unless you put in a coin they don't have? In the past few years I have only ever seen public toilets that also take debit cards. Now, if you don't have anything to pay with you on you, then I suppose that's partly your fault for not preparing well. Public library have free toilets. Good point. I still feel like that there should be more though. We'll make this one... Ah. Oh, hang on, I missed a question. Which US states have the most ski resorts? Probably Colorado. It's very mountainous. I believe the lowest point is like 1300 meters. Okay, let's launch this a little... You know what? Let's do downward launch on this one. Walking in schools is not the greatest idea. It depends. Like, I wouldn't have a problem with walking into a university. Into high schools, not so... would be a bit weird. But if I had no other options, I would probably still do it. Preschools, no. Or preschools, like even just primary schools. State with the most ski resorts is New York. Really? That's interesting. Hello, Millie-Woggy. Yeah, I think this park is about done. What do you guys think? So I want to have more scenery, but I don't know if I'm really in the mood to build a lot of scenery. No, I had another idea. I had an idea to do a few speedruns. The rain makes the place look better. Rain is has quite an industrial feel, doesn't it? So there's a speedrun of myself that I want to improve, which is the fastest speedrun in the West, also in the East. I can turn the floor into grass. Not quite. I'll show you that I don't have the money for that. This costs 122k. I mean, not exactly as much because we don't own all the land, but I don't have all the money for it. You're gonna take back the Extreme Heights record. Okay, so technically I have that, I just didn't record it. But yeah, Hater I'm Dad had a time of 6:44, I have a time of 6:27. I just didn't bother recording it. There are quite a few times that records that I have that I never recorded. Because I've been practicing a little bit offline. I also managed to get... You know what, let's do Gravity Gardens. I need to be on a different version for this. On 0.2.1. That took a long time to load. Okay, let's enable the sound. There we are. Now let's enable live split. Since last time I speedran on stream, I have discovered a wonderful thing, and that is that live split actually comes with an auto splitter function for Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 or Open RCT 2. So if we turn on live split, let's no, let's just edit splits. If I just remove them all, will they go away? Now I just need to do close splits. There we go. Is it down the correct place? Yes, it is. Good. What is this pole? Have you ever taken a pee outside? Who hasn't? Like, come on. Like, is there anyone who hasn't? Alright, a drink before we start to do some speedruns. Okay, so I want the Gravity Garden speedrun world record. Now, I technically have it. I just didn't record it. So I want to have it recorded now. And if you look at this, it doesn't go. Because I didn't tell it to. It didn't enable the auto splitter function. Oh, no, close splits. Now, hang on, why does it, if I select Roller Coaster Tycoon, immediately make it go big? Yes. I don't want that layout. Alright, I'll just edit the layout. Just no splits. Remove. There we go. So, if I open up, say, Forest Frontiers, it automatically goes. Which is very neat. And if we then build Chocolate Log and do that and that and turn on early completion. I don't think we actually completed not in the cheats. I don't think we actually completed Factory Capers, by the way, because I never turned on early completion. And now we're just gonna do some ads. This is, I mean, the world record is quite a bit quicker than this. The world record is like 6 seconds. A little bit faster, but quite a bit faster than this. And there it stops. At 52 seconds. It's very easy. I didn't do any of that. So, let's reset. Let's see if it didn't save that. It did. Okay, let's delete that because I'm gonna do a different scenario now. World record. Not quite. Unfortunately. World record is, I believe, 7.8 seconds. We can have a look, actually. If we go to Roller Coaster... No, it's Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. It's 8.7 seconds. It's mad how fast this is. Just look at this. It's crazy. And it's done in 8.7 seconds. Now, you got a bit of luck, because for the individual record, you just need to have luck once. So he just didn't hire any staff and just hoped it wouldn't break down. Which works for an individual level record. If you do it in the longer run, that doesn't work. Although Forest Frontiers is the very first scenario in any run you could possibly do. So, there you could still take risk. Try to world record it. No. No thank you. No, I'm going to world record. Try to world record at least. Gravity Gardens. Now let's have a look. Do I have the corkscrew saved still? I do. Oh yeah, I need to change rendering engines. Let's go options. Software. There we go. Because I'm in an old version, OpenGL doesn't really work all that well yet in this version. Okay. Let's see what I can do. Nope, that was wrong. Wrong button. Let's try again. Okay, this is not that great, but this is just a first attempt. And then we do that. Oh, this is exceedingly terrible. It's not going to be anywhere close to my record. And we do 7 laps. And then save. And then we build a few more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there we go. Well, it is a world record. It's sub a minute. Even with all the misclicks. So, that could have been a lot faster. And hopefully it will be. So, the way that this works... My record is about 55, by the way. Let's see if I can beat that. The way that this works is... You need to pay back your loan. Which is 10k at the start. And... you need to get a park value of 500,000. Thank you for the prime sub, Dr. Manhattan. And the way you get the park value quickly is by building cheap rides with very extreme intensity rating. Because all 3 stats contribute to the park value and there's no limit. So this thing has just 28 intensity. Oh, by the way, this doesn't work in more modern versions. Because... in this version, there was still a bug where you accidentally got way too much extra intensity and nausea from the lateral G penalties. So if you build this exact design in a park now in 0.4, you only get like 22 or 23 intensity, which isn't enough to get you to 500k park value while still having enough money to pay back the loan. So... this works, but only in older versions. But any version, any release version is allowed for speedruns. Development versions aren't, because they often have incredibly game-breaking bugs. Well, not often, but sometimes. And considering how many development versions exist, there's bound to be like one game-breaking bug for every scenario. So we've ruled out those. Okay, let's see if I can beat this. Let's do this. Okay, this is already a lot faster. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And hill. 1, 2. 1, 2. Max speed. 7 left. Okay, that could have been faster. And then save. Yes, override. Now, there. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ah, crap, I don't have the money. I fast forwarded a little bit too quick. But... or did I not delete all the path? Oh, I missed a bit of path. That's the problem. I missed a bit of path. You see? Maybe I should zoom out right at the start. If I don't have a hotkey for zooming out at the moment. But I can reinstate that. I changed it to something else when I changed that as well. So we change this back to Y, because I'm not using Y anymore. Am I? I don't think I am. So then I can zoom out. Okay, so that didn't work. But I was a bit faster. Also, let's delete the corkscrew this time. So that I don't have to overwrite it. There we go. Not big on speedrunning, so going into lurking now. Alright, see ya, Max. Alright. Let's go. What did I accidentally zoomed in. Whoops. Okay. Let's go again. That's the beauty of these short levels, you can easily try again. Alright. Oh, I take my mouse off this too early. I need to make it bigger. I want to go too quickly. But I'm not saving enough time left for the risk to be worth it. Let's go. Okay, and then add 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, then hill. 1, 2. Nah, this is all slow. It's all terrible. Alright. Oh, thank you for the sub. Franco Town. Let's go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Then a hill. 1, 2. That. Oh god damn it! I tested it already. Why did I do that? 7. And then save design. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, that's a 57er. That's definitely faster. So that's good. Still made a few mistakes. Can definitely be a 55. But hey, it's a record. Okay, let's delete it. The counting almost puts me to sleep every time. I suppose it is quite a bit like counting sheep. I like the counting. It's very methodical for me. Okay, let's go. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No. Didn't work. Alright. Nope. Moved the mouse away too quickly. Alright, let's go. Yep, entirely misclicks. Again. What the hell? I can't click. Again. What? Am I just too tired for this? Again. Yeah, I started pressing the wrong arrows to move around. Alright. This time, don't mess it up, please. Well, that could have been worse. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, hill. Down. 1, 2. And then passing station. 7 laps. Save. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Ah, why didn't I open? It's still a 55. Hotkeys for building would help. Not for selecting the corkscrews though. It would only help a little bit. But they do not exist in this version. Well, this is still not a bad time, but it can definitely go faster. Because I still made some mistakes. Let's go to Track Designs Manager. Let's delete the corkscrew. And then there. Alright, let's go again. Nope. What if I try this? Would this work? Alright, see ya, Kangi. Oh, time didn't update. Yeah, I hadn't reset it. I need to reset it. If I have completed the run, I do need to reset it by hand. That's the only thing. Let's go. What is this? 1, 2, 3. No, that was also 4, I think. Yeah, I made it 1 too long. You left some path, did I? Alright, let's go again. Alright, that's good enough. 1, 2, 3. I don't need to destroy all path. But I can't leave too much. I didn't build the hill. Let's go again. Alright. Okay, so far so good. If I could just not screw up for once, then a 54 or maybe even a sub 54 could be possible. Okay. And then save. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, sub 55. Happy with it for now. Let's move on to another scenario. I can try to improve it later. This is 10 seconds faster than the current world record of 104. And a new personal best as well. So, not bad. Now I want to try a different one. For this I need to do 2 things actually. First, I need the window to be smaller. So I need to... Right, it's always... I have like unmaximized it now, if in window mode, but it's still somehow... I can't make it smaller. So the way I do it is I make it full screen on a tiny resolution. And then for some reason, if I then make it windowed again, you'll see we get the margins back. So, I'm gonna make the window a lot smaller. Like, a lot smaller. And I'm also gonna need to restart the game, because I'm going to need to disconnect my Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 from this. And I don't know how to disconnect it in the game. Like, I've tried, but... Oh, there's just an X there, apparently. Well, I thought that I didn't see that. I was gonna just rename my folder where it's in, which I did previously. Okay, they're still there for now, so I need to restart. And then my Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 scenarios shouldn't be there. And they aren't. Now, the reason I do this is so that I can have the Six Flags Magic Mountain up high enough. And the reason the window is small is because if I now do this, these appear extremely close to each other. So I need to click on that, do that, pay back the loan, and then fast forward. And my current best time is 2.45 seconds. It was retimed to 2.467 seconds, which is one extra frame on my 60 FPS recording. This will only be a 30 FPS recording, by the way. Because I stream in 30 FPS. But now you know what? I'm gonna record this as well. Because why not? So I'll just move this here. And then we can... So that way I can record it like this. And then I can, you know, sync my voice and all that stuff with it. So I have it in 60 FPS. Which will be very useful for very precise timing. Assuming you have a mechanical keyboard, what style of switches do you use? I just bought the cheapest keyboard I could get with my computer when I bought it. So, this is not a mechanical keyboard. Okay, let's see how fast I can do this. So this needed to be there, and I believe I needed... Yes, this is the correct position. Okay, so this is why I needed the mouse right there. Why I needed to disconnect the Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 scenarios. If I have my mouse, my cursor here immediately, I can immediately click, do that, and do that. But if I didn't have that, I would need to move my mouse, my cursor, towards the trash can first. And because I don't have the Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 scenarios, the Six Flags Magic Mountain is in the perfect position. So that my mouse, my cursor is immediately in the correct position. And if that wasn't the case, then you know, I need to move extra and stuff. So that's why I did that. So let's give this a shot. Nope. Did the wrong ride. The reason I'm giving it a shot is I noticed I was a bit slow with doing some stuff. So I think a sub 2 is possible. But let's try. Oh, mouse wasn't in the right position. Needs to be there. Nope. Needs to be real fast. Nope. Luckily, these attempts are very short. Well, that was a 3.12. Still faster than the old record. But not quite a new record. But that's a good bar to set. Let's do it again. I fast forwarded too quickly, didn't pay back the loan in time. Didn't scroll right. But that was a very quick selling of the ride. That was good. Oh. I have my fingers on the wrong buttons. I did sell the rides very quickly though. Let's go again. Ha! New records. 2.3. Ah, thank you for the follow, Kula World. And this is especially where you need the auto splitter. Imagine trying to split this manually. Now, I want to go even faster still. And I think a sub 2 is possible. By the way, the retention graph of my video, my 9-second video or my 2.45 second record, is crazy. On average, people watched it for 192%. Because they rewound, because I did it so quickly. Okay, let's do this. What's the record? 2.3. Now, it was 2.467. Also mine. Here's a YouTube short. No, not a YouTube short. This is just a short YouTube video. Okay, let's go again. Nope. Oh, I didn't reset the timer anyway. Whoops. Now I have. It didn't scroll right. Nope. That was entirely off. You need to sell Flashback and Goliath, that's the only way. The scroll didn't work right. Other than that, I was doing perfect. I sold the rides very fast. But my free rotating scroll wheel sometimes doesn't work with me. Nope. Nope. .10. Hoo-hoo. Now that's fast. And I was still a bit late with fast forwarding. I need to fast forward quicker. But yeah, this is definitely... Sub 2 is definitely possible. Hell yeah. Alright, let's keep trying. How fast can a TAS be? I know there's a TAS of like 0.95 seconds. Which actually inspired me to write a video. Can you beat a Rollercoaster Tycoon scenario in under a second? But I'm having a bit of trouble getting some kind of story right. There's a whole... So... you know, for earlier records, because, you know, you start with slow records, then you build up, and the climax of the story is that TAS. So, that video takes a while to do. Let's see. Nope. Nope. The reason, by the way, also that the screen is so small is so that the financial window and the rights list spawn on top of each other. Otherwise, they spawn on different sides of the screen. So you have to move your mouse a lot. Nope. No, I don't need to exit the game. Nope. Why did I even click on it? Again. What was that? Nope. Oh, it wasn't the right rights anyway. Unfortunately. This reminds me of studio work. New take, that's like new take. Yeah, pretty much. Only these take up a lot less space. Nope. Ah, if the scroll was right, it could have been faster. That was very fast. Oh, I fast forwarded too quickly compared to paying back the loan. And the park value dropped. Because the paying back the loan didn't. What was the last time? So 2.11, 2.10 is now my record. Nope. I didn't have the money. It's also that I need to stop the mouse exactly on where, you know, where I need to scroll. It's all very fast. Nope. Nope. Come on, I want this sub too. Nope. Nope. Ah, that was 3 rights. Nope, that wasn't not in the right position. You got this, I hope so. Not like that. I don't know why the scroll wheel sometimes, like, I'm scrolling much faster than this, but sometimes, oh, maybe it's because I'm fast forwarding too early and that's causing lag, and that's why, because this is the proper scroll speed that I can do. Also, holy damn, how much can you borrow? 200k. But yeah, that's my proper scroll speed. So that's very fast to pay back 50k. But if I fast forward too early, like if I'm at times 4, that's still the same speed. But if I'm at times 128, you can see it's a bit slower. So I have to hit that at exactly the right time as well, not too early. Not just because the park value then goes down too early, but also because the scrolling gets slower, paying back the loan. Nope. 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 We're lucky, by the way, that those 2 rights are immediately on the first page. So we don't have to scroll down in the rights list. Nope. Oh, whoops. Accidentally quit the game. Oh well. That's no big deal. Nope. Nope. I wish there was, I could just set it to hyperspeed with 1 key press, but that's not how the game works. I need to mash the same button 4 times. Nope. 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 Come on. Nah. Messed up the scroll. Did sell the 2 right though. So it was close. Nope. Ah, darn it. That was so good, the first bit. So good. That was very good. But then I messed up the second bit. I can do this. I can do this. Ah ha ha. No. Ooh, that was a very fast start. You're probably tired of hearing da 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 da. Have you gotten back to the positive cache on the carnival game? Yes. I intend to make a recovery video about that at some point. But it took me about 4,500 years and I'm back in positive cache again. Nope. Oh, that was a fast start. No. Ah, that almost went right. Almost. Title of Talking Riff. Can't do anything about it. Oh, I could. You know what? Well, can I actually? Because I don't have RCT1 linked. Nope, not found. No, we can't switch to RCT1 title music. RIP. Nope. 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 Da 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 da. It's the same every time. Almost. Nope. 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 I could change it to none, but I definitely want music. Especially for the upload to YouTube. I need to get this sub too. It's definitely possible. Oh. No. Alright. This is the one. Well, it almost was. But I had a little hesitation and didn't... It wouldn't be fast. It would be probably like a 2.3er. Oh, I thought I had sold the right ones, but apparently I didn't. Why did it ask me to save this time? And not other times? Apparently I just sold the right there, but my mouse was moving upwards, not downwards. Yeah, I'm getting the start tighter, like, click on the scenario, press F, press T, click again, move the mouse, sell flashback, move the mouse, sell Goliath, move the mouse, pay back loan, and fast forward at the same time. That's what I need to do. Oh! Oh, I had sold the wrong rides. Otherwise it might have been a sub 2. I had actually sold the right ride there. Somehow. I didn't see. Ah, dang it. I sold the right rides, but then I messed up afterwards. That was I think that's my fastest selling of the rides ever. Try practice a bit slower a few times. I don't think that does a lot, because I know exactly what I need to do. I've done all the individual sections right. Like, yeah, sure, like, ooh. That doesn't do a whole lot. It's funny, I am exceedingly slow now, yet 4.43, is that still better than the second best time? Oh, we're on Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 now. Let's see. Almost. Would almost be better than the second best time. Also, I don't know if you guys remember, but remember when I was talking about how the 3.6 time was wrong and didn't actually complete it? Well, that's been removed. And Ludwigsveld's second best time was apparently 13 seconds. You need to get the muscle memory in place. Yeah, but the problem is that the muscle memory, like, if you're going fast, it's an incredibly different muscle memory. Because you don't have time to think. And I know guitar is like, you know, practice slowly and you can play fast. But it's not a rhythmic thing. It's very much just go as fast as possible. And I think that, you know, if I practice half an hour slow, that's just a waste of time. Almost. I say almost a lot. Yeah. I'm a spastic with this mouse. Whoa, what was that? Okay, that almost worked. Except I fast forwarded too quickly. Unfortunately. Nope. Nope. Ideally, everything would be one fluid movement of selling and going down. That's very difficult. Yeah. No. No. Oh, that was weirdly slow. Nope. I feel like I'm getting sloppier. That was almost right. I sold the right... I say I'm getting sloppier, then I immediately sell the right correctly. Okay, that was just wrong. Again. Speaking of speed, I just recently beat my high score in solitaire. Nice, well done. That was slow. Come on. Yeah. And I quit the game again. Yeah, maybe I should try another one for now. There are a few others I could set records on. But I already set the record. So it's not like I'm doing bad. I did a 2.1. That's very fast. Okay, so I want to see what I can do on infernal views. Let me delete my split of 2.10. That's also... Do I need Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 right now? No I don't. Okay. So, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. No, I didn't mean to do that. Infernal views. Let me delete my 0 launched freefall. Or 0 escape hatch. There we go. Okay, remember what I needed to do again. That, and take out loan. Yeah. Okay, world record, just to check, is 121, right? Infernal views. Yeah, 121. I should be able to do that. Let's give it a shot. And then we make this one 15. No, that was a misclick. Need to make that one 15. Immediately. Well, not immediately. First we need to do that and fast forward. Okay, and then we need 4 of these. At 12. Come on. Oh, oops, that one needs to be 12. Hire a few of those. Then do that one. Then Flying Dutchman Gold Mine. Flying Dutchman Gold Mine. Right, and what are you talking about? Okay, mouse cars. Then we do Stingray on the lake, Siege Breaker on the lake, Hawk's Nest. Then we do Multi-Diver, and we do Cobra on the land, and we do now Deja Vu and Mouse Towers. Well, there was a 119. That's a world record, but this is quite a bit slower than I can do. I was slow on placing the rides. Oh, and I have plenty of money left. How much did they make? 11k, and I have 21k left. I can get away with one fewer. So that I can get to placing rides sooner. I should easily be able to get away with one fewer. Okay. I know I didn't mean to place some mouse towers. I should not have unlocked this ride yet when I finish. So what ride did I... Oh right, I missed the Liberty Loop. Trying to remember the exact 9 coasters you need to build under that much pressure when you're building that quickly is difficult. So I've done a 102, but that was with a pre-built ride. So that doesn't count. Okay, let's try this again. Well, I mean, with a pre-built ride that doesn't come with the game, obviously. Let's go. Loan. Escape hatch 1. Escape hatch 2. Escape hatch 3. 12. 12. 12. Did I charge for that? Well, we'll see later. And then Flying Dutchman Gold Mine. Flying Dutchman Gold Mine. Mouse Cars. Stingray. Siege Breaker. Then we're on Liberty Loop and Cobra entirely on land. And Deja Vu. And Multi-Dive. Oh, we don't have the cash. Okay, somehow we're not making enough cash this time. So, last time we had plenty of cash. This time, we don't have enough cash. It's a bit random, isn't it? For some reason. So let's do place a fourth. One ride. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I was 2 rides off. I placed 7 rides. I still needed a hawk's nest and a multi-diver. Or, oh, did I not? Oh, I did mess this up. Yeah, I mentioned that. Did I mess that up, yes or no? I did mess it up. And I was like, we'll see later. And then I forgot about it. And I was like, why don't we have the cash? So, okay, let's do 3 then. Because I was like, this is a massive difference. Nope. Don't need to disable roller coasters. Let's go. 14, that's good enough. It should be 15, but it might still be fine. It's only a small difference. Okay. That should be enough. And then that. Then a cash machine. And then let's start let's start building. Stingray on the water. Siege Breaker on the water. And then Cobra on the land. Let's make this mouse cars, and then we need Deja Vu and Liberty Loop and Multi-Diver and Hawk's Nest. Do we have it? 104. Yes. That was fast. And we could maybe get away with 1 viewer? Because we have 15,000 left. This made 11k, but like I also didn't made a bit of money while the rides tested. I don't think 1 viewer is feasible. It only takes a little bit of time to place one anyway. I don't think this can be done very much faster, because I made a little bit of mistake with the wild mouse, but it didn't cost me 4 seconds. I'm happy with this. I'm very happy with this. But it's interesting. By the way, you need to place these 2 on the water, otherwise they don't get enough excitement. But for some reason you need to place Cobra on flat land, otherwise it doesn't get enough excitement. Like 6.03, 6.06, 6.15, they're all cheap, and they're all very close to the 6 mark. Like, let's sell this. Well, maybe if you place it entirely on water it will work, but Usually, like, I sometimes accidentally place it over the river here, and then it never gets enough excitement. Let's see. Okay, it does if you place it entirely over the water, but we don't have enough water left, because we already need 2 rides there. Well, that's 3 world records already. So we're bringing them down quickly. Now, I'm not about to get any of these records. They've been optimized to hell. My personal bests aren't that far behind, but still not quite at the level of my records. Of the level of the world records, I mean. Botany breakers, I just can't get... No, I got a 145. That would be a record. Well, you know. Let's just see how well I can do it. Do I remember what to do? I think I do. Okay, that. And then path. And path like that. Oh, I didn't reset the timer. Whoopsie daisy. Let's kill that, otherwise let's kill my splits, otherwise the timer goes red. Okay, world record is 153 by the way on botany breakers. So let's do this. Nope. Let's go again. Okay. Then that way. I was misclicking. I was concentrating on more than one thing at a time. That's also misplaced. Nope. Again. Yeah. It only takes a second, but I want to get off to a good start. Okay. And then that way. And then we need escape hatch. Come on, like that. And then like that. And then save with scenery. Ah, what did I do? Well, it's good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we make these all 15, just like that. And this can be quite influenced by luck, this one actually. Okay, last one. And then we place that. And then we do the ads. I didn't open the damn rights. Then we do the ads. Come on. This could still be a record. 143, okay. Well, that could still be faster. This is already a record by 10 seconds. And a personal best as well. But this definitely wasn't the fastest possible. But I'm very happy with this, because I couldn't get it under 2 minutes earlier. And this is quite a big time save, actually. So... let's just write down my personal bests. I have a document with all my speedrun PBs and stuff. Yeah, I'll just show you. There you go. So I can write down 000143 here. And This is a 102 still in the section. This could be a 0.0054. PP individual, I could fix that. And of course this. So 143. So this is all my personal bests. This is my personal bests in a full run, which means I can use pre-builds, which is especially why the last two, Rainbow Summit and Lucky Lake, are significantly quicker in the full run than in the individual. Because in the full run I built the corkscrew in extreme heights. So I don't need to build it anymore in Lucky Lake and Rainbow Summit. Also, yeah, I did a sub 3 minute ghost town. With already starting out with escape hatch build. Which is why it doesn't count as a PB. I've also practiced the section of just the beginner park, which is a 253. And the minimum with my personal best will be a 252. But that includes menu clicking of 3 seconds per scenario, which I go by. It's probably a bit longer than it actually takes me, but it's better to be conservative. Which is what this 42 seconds is. It's 14 times 3 seconds of menu clicking. And that's also, you know, this 6 seconds and the 18 seconds and the 12 seconds and another 6 seconds to count for the menu clicking between the beginner, challenging and challenging expert, which you don't see if you do just the sections. This is the minimum possible of the sections. And this is my section PB. I haven't done full runs on these yet. So yeah, my best possible... Oh, did I just... Hang on. There we go. My best possible, if I equal my personal best on every one, is about 27:14, but that's probably never gonna happen. Yeah, I got empty airfield down to a 220 as well, and fungus boost to a 224. But the 220 isn't the world record, that's 159, and the 224 wasn't recorded. And might also not be a world... Well, it would be technically a world record, but Hey There I'm Dead has also done a few fast runs on it. Okay, so let's see if I can beat my 143 on Botany Breakers. It felt a bit clunky, so it should definitely be possible. Did I delete the launched freefall? I did not. Also, yeah, the name was clunky. 900 Escape Hatch. I mean, it worked. It was at the top, which is where I wanted, but it was still a bit clunky. Botany Breakers. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, that was a small time loss. All kinds of... Wait, we didn't unlock the free fall. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't change the funding to maximum. A lot more people speedrunning RCT now. Yes, I'm very happy with that. Yes, I'm an influencer. Try to use it for good. All the updates to Open RCT also makes it a lot easier to speedrun. Well, there are separate categories. There's RCT% and RCT and Open RCT%. Like, you can see that. For Crazy Castle, the original percent is 25 minutes 45 seconds. And especially on Rollercoaster Tycoon 1, original percent is fairly popular. For example, on Six Flags Magic Mountain, original percent is 7.94 seconds. Also, the 2.10 seconds I got is probably like a 2.11 or 2.12. I have found that the autosplitter starts a frame too late. But let's try this again. Okay, and then go... that way. Come on, fast. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then that. Okay, and then save with scenery. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stall. And then all these ads. Come on. Okay, what do we get? Okay, we didn't make it in May. We did make it in August. 138. Pretty good. Pretty good. Still slight bit messy, but it's definitely faster than the 143. Well, no, you can't speed up in the original, and you also don't have early completion. But what they do is they act like you've completed it. The speedrun ends as soon as you meet the goal. Otherwise, every speedrun will take the same amount of time in a scenario like Crazy Castle, where you just have a 4-year deadline. Okay, I'm happy with this for now, a 138. Another thing I want to bring up, which I think is very interesting. Okay, so you know how the park value, I can show that here. The park value updates in select amounts of time. Like if I go to Six Flags Great Adventure, we pull up the park value. I sell the big ride. Oh, never mind. It updates immediately when you sell. But let's build a big ride. And let's test it. And let's see when we get the stats back. And it should take a little while after we get the stats back for the park value to update. Okay, so let's see when we get the stats back, and then how long it takes for the park value to update. Should be any time now. Come on. Come on, give me the stats, please. There, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Then it updated by 50k. So it took about 4.5-ish seconds. I probably didn't count all that well. Also, stop all the time. I didn't mean for you to go. So that took about 4.5 seconds. That's because the park value, unless you force it to update by selling something, which is only a thing in RST2, not in RST1. It's not open thing, it's RST2 base as well. But it only updates every 12.8 seconds, which is every 512 ticks, which is 32 times a month. I used to think it was at the end of every day, but the days are just purely a visual thing, like the 14th. The game doesn't actually think in days, so that doesn't make sense, and I checked and it was 32 times a month, which is almost once a day. So, with that down, it works the same in Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, by the way, except the forcing it to update by selling thing isn't a thing in Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. In Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, you have a scenario like Diamond Heights, which I can't show you right now because I don't have it connected. But it's basically the same as after the asteroid. You need a certain park value, and that's all. Now, you can't fast forward, so you should only be able to complete it in increments of 13 seconds, right? Or 12.8 seconds technically. Because if you manage to get the required park value in the first cycle, park value cycle, or 13 cycle as we call it, then the park value updates after the first 13 cycle is complete. If you get it in the second, if you get it after like 14 seconds, you have to wait until 25.6 seconds. And so on. That makes sense, right? Well, if we go to the speedrunning world records pages, I hope it makes sense by the way, you can see that that's true. Diamond Heights, 38 seconds is the world record, so there's 13 cycles. And the same for Katie's World and Dinky Park. That's all good. But what if we click on Diamond Heights? Wait a minute. 40 seconds? Huh? How does that work? Seriously, how does that work? Because, I don't know, 45 seconds? That should not be possible. Now, what I found out after timing how long a shuttle loop takes is that these games don't run at the same speed. This is the current world record, or the first one who achieved the shared world record. And what they do is they build a bunch of shuttle loops. They all do the exact same strategy. They build a bunch of shuttle loops, open them, and then they sell the railroad, which somehow increases park value. RST1 is weird. But it's all the same strategy. So they do that. And then they sell the railroad, and then they pull up the park value screen, and then they just wait until it changes to 20,000. Or 21,000. And there we go. So that's how that works. But this guy, the 45-second time, does exactly the same. And it is 45 seconds. It's not a timing error. At 9 seconds, he opens the scenario. And it stops at 55 seconds. Now, what I discovered by timing how long a shuttle loop takes is that his game is running at a slower speed. Somehow, this guy's game is running about 17% slower than the world record. Like, these two don't run at the same speed. They both complete the goal in 13 cycles, but the games don't run at the same speed. It's not like his computer can't handle it. Any computer can handle Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 nowadays. It's a 20-year-old game, and back then it was already an easy game with just a few hundred guests in the park. And I thought it might be a thing like PAL versus NTSC, because PAL is in Europe and Asia mostly, and NTSC is in America. And PAL is a system that makes TV screens and such work at 50 Hz, and in America they go at 60 Hz, and that's why console games like Mario Kart run at literally different speeds if you're in a different area of the world. And they had to convert between that on the leaderboard. But PAL versus NTSC isn't really a thing for home computers. Not at all. Also, these are both American. But the two Europeans have a 40-second time, and the third European has a multiple of a 40-second time. So that can't be a coincidence, right? That all the Europeans have a time that runs about 5% slower than the three Americans at the top. And we still don't know. I asked on the OpenRST2 Discord server. They don't seem to know. Obviously, RST1 is not their expertise, but I thought they sound like the people that might know it. So I might need to ask on some forums, because these top 6 definitely all deserve to be tied for the world record. And in that fact, Archer 1 would actually have the world record, because he was the first one 4 years ago. not who is worm. And yeah, I discovered that yesterday when writing a video for the fastest way to beat a scenario. I was like, hang on, those times shouldn't be possible. Then I talked with ZGs about it, and we found out that the games don't run at the same speed. Somehow. You have access to the code for RCT1. I don't know. Presumably the open RCT2 devs messed around with it at least at some point. But I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the whole thing. And I think that that's enough for today as well. Got 3 world records. 4 world records. Or just 3, hang on. I got Botany Breakers. Gravity Gardens. Infernal Views. Oh yes, and okay, let's try Magic Mountain a few more times. Because why not? Can we shrink it down? Yes, we can. Awesome. Let's get the Magic Mountains in the background. That's RCT2. Unless it's on console, it should not matter. Yeah, that's what I thought as well, because I couldn't find anything about it on Google, about it PAL versus NTSC having an influence on computer games. But that's the only explanation I could come up with, which isn't true. But there is something that makes it run slower. And I don't believe it's a coincidence that all the Europeans are 5% slower than the 3 fastest Americans. It must be a Europe versus America thing. We're on 2.10 Donzia. So a bit faster already. Okay, let's try this again. Imagine if I got it on the first try. But no. Lol, only could pay back 10k. Nope. Ah, I was so close. Oh, I need to actually... Let's get this... Oh. Let's get this back here and actually record with my 60 FPS. That's important for these fast speedruns. I was slow with the fast forwarding, but that's a good time. That's my 3rd time ever. And under my previous world record, that was standing before today. And that's still technically standing. Nope. Oh, also need to reset anyway. Alright, good night, Jeroen. Yeah, sold 3 different rides. Oh, if I had sold the ride right there, that would have been really, really fast. Like, if I am on that speed, that's good. Like, I just need to move that quickly. Yeah, I feel like I'm close. Well, not like that. Not like that either. Credits. Nope. Getting there. Getting very close. I have a feeling it might just happen once at some point. If all the stars align. Almost. I had like, would have had the loan payback before 2 seconds. No. Almost. Alright, let's have the last of my water. Yeah. Would you stream a game called Roller Coaster Factory? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Almost sold the right? Nope. Yeah. Forgot to click. Oh, that felt slow, sluggish. What was that? I'm clicking way too early. Ooh. I sold everything but Goliath and Flashback there. No. Okay, that was the first few clicks were fast. But I keep selling the wrong rides. I clicked too quickly a third time. Need to be more careful, but there's not really time to be careful. I mean, the 2.10 is already a great time. Yeah, you know what? It's enough. It's enough for today. I might try to beat the 2.10 at some other time. Okay. Let's open up the park we built earlier today. Where is it? I saved it, right? I definitely saved it. Did I save it in the... Hang on, did I save it here? I definitely... I saved it multiple times. Hang on, if I just go to the F. Factory Capers. No, it's not there. Hang on, is it? Oh, duh. Of course. I'm in the wrong version. It's saved as a .park, not as a .sv6. So, if we do that. There it is. Easy. This is the park we built. Let's get rid of that. Hey, we beat it! Nice. Okay, let's save again. Sweet. Just took a little break, yeah. Little break to turn on auto or early completion. Let's rate Brian. He builds slightly more realistic than I do. Thank you very much for the stream and for witnessing my new world records. I had a good time. We have solved the red light district and beat some world records. Yeah, we had talked about some prostitution, some good old stuff, and beat some world records. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have fun at Brian and Drelzik's stream. Good night, goodbye, and never give up hope.